You've just arrived in the United States with your family, a suitcase full of dreams and hopes of building a better future. But as you start your journey, you realize something. Managing money in a foreign land isn't as straightforward as it seemed. What do you do when you have no credit score, no knowledge of taxes, and no clue how to navigate the complex financial system in the US? Don't worry, you're not alone in this. And today, we're going to walk you through everything you need to know about financial literacy, especially for immigrants like you. This information will help you break down the barriers and help you set a solid financial foundation. But before we dive in, I need your support. Hit that subscribe button and let's hit our goal of 1,000 subscribers. Your support means we can keep bringing valuable content to help you grow financially. Understanding the importance of financial literacy for immigrants. In this new land of opportunities, financial literacy is the key to success. It's a tool that empowers you to take control of your financial future. But before you begin your journey, it's crucial to understand why financial literacy is so important, especially for immigrants. When you arrive in the US, you're entering an entirely different system, different currency, different taxes, different ways of doing business, and even different types of insurance. Without the right knowledge, you can easily make costly mistakes. Financial literacy ensures that you make informed decisions and understand how to manage money effectively from the day you arrive until you're financially independent. Over the next several hours, we'll break down the financial landscape in the US, offering practical advice and actionable steps you can take to ensure you're financially secure. By the end of this session, you will understand how to budget, invest, save, protect your wealth, and even start building generational wealth for your family. Building your credit score, the foundation of financial success. What is credit and why does it matter? Let's start with one of the most critical aspects of financial success in the US, your credit score. In the US, credit is everything. Your credit score can influence whether you get approved for loans, rent an apartment, buy a car, or even get hired for a job. Many immigrants don't realize just how important a credit score is in their financial journey. Credit is essentially a measure of trust. It tells lenders how likely you are to pay back borrowed money. A good credit score means you can borrow money at lower interest rates, while a poor credit score may limit your ability to borrow or cost you more. Building credit from scratch. For those who don't have a credit history, building your score can seem like a daunting task, but it's absolutely achievable. Let's break it down into clear steps. Open a secured credit card. A secured credit card requires you to make a deposit up front, which acts as collateral. It works just like a regular credit card. Use it responsibly and pay off the balance on time. Be added as an authorized user. Another way to build credit is by becoming an authorized user on someone else's credit card. You don't have to make purchases, but their positive payment history can help boost your score. Pay bills on time. This cannot be overstated. Your payment history accounts for a large portion of your credit score. Whether it's credit cards, rent, or utilities, always pay your bills on time. Avoid high balances. Keep your credit utilization ratio, the amount you owe versus your credit limit, under 30%. If you use too much of your available credit, it will hurt your score. Understanding credit reports and monitoring your credit. A credit report is a detailed record of your credit history. It includes information about your credit accounts, payment history, and outstanding debts. You can get a free credit report every year from the 3 major credit bureaus: Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. Real-life example: Maria's journey to building credit. Maria, an immigrant from Mexico, arrived in the US and had no credit history. At first, she struggled to get a loan or even rent an apartment. However, after opening a secured credit card, paying it off each month, and checking her credit report regularly, her score improved significantly in just 6 months. Navigating the US banking and financial system. Types of bank accounts. Understanding how US banks work is crucial for managing your finances. Let's go over the basic types of bank accounts you'll encounter. Checking accounts. A checking account is where you store your day-to-day funds. You can deposit money, write checks, or use a debit card to make purchases. Savings accounts. A savings account is where you can store money for future goals or emergencies. These accounts typically offer interest on the money you deposit, though the rates can vary. CDs and money market accounts. If you want to save money for a longer period, a certificate of deposit, CD, might be an option. Money market accounts offer slightly higher interest rates than regular savings accounts. Investment accounts. Once you've established an emergency fund, you might want to consider opening an investment account to start saving for retirement or building wealth. Understanding fees and charges. Banks often charge fees for account maintenance, ATM withdrawals, and overdrafts. Learn to identify these fees and minimize them by choosing accounts with low or no fees and always keeping track of your account balances. How to choose the right bank. Different banks have different services, fees, and accessibility. It's important to compare options before committing to one bank. Look for banks that offer features suited to your needs, such as online banking, ATM availability, and customer support. Understanding U.S. taxes. Taxation is an essential aspect of living in the U.S. As an immigrant, it's vital to understand your tax obligations, especially because the U.S. has a progressive tax system. Key taxes you'll encounter. Income tax. The U.S. taxes its residents on income, regardless of citizenship. Your tax rate will depend on your income bracket. Social Security and Medicare taxes. These are federal taxes that help fund social programs. As an immigrant working in the U.S., you'll contribute to these programs via payroll deductions. State and local taxes. In addition to federal taxes, you may have to pay state and local taxes, depending on where you live. The rates and rules can vary greatly from state to state. How to file taxes. Filing taxes in the U.S. can seem complicated, but it's necessary to avoid penalties. You can file taxes by yourself using software like TurboTax or hire a tax professional to help. Make sure to keep track of your earnings, withholdings, and deductions to reduce your tax liability. Tax credits and deductions for immigrants. Did you know there are tax credits available that can help reduce your tax burden? The Earned Income Tax Credit, EITC, is one such credit that could benefit you if you have low to moderate income. Budgeting and saving for financial stability. Creating a budget. When you move to a new country, creating a budget becomes essential to ensuring that you manage your money efficiently. Start by tracking your income and expenses. Separate your needs, housing, utilities, food, from your wants, entertainment, dining out. Step-by-step budgeting process. Track your expenses. Keep a record of where every dollar goes. There are apps and tools available to help you track spending automatically. Set realistic goals. Your budget should align with your short-term and long-term goals. Start by focusing on urgent needs, like building an emergency fund, before moving on to bigger goals, like saving for a house or investing. Cutting back on unnecessary spending. Many immigrants come from countries where the cost of living is lower. In the U.S., it's easy to overspend. Identify areas where you can cut back, like cooking at home instead of eating out. Protecting your wealth. Insurance, fraud prevention, and retirement planning. The importance of insurance. In the U.S., insurance is critical for protecting your wealth. Health insurance is a must, as medical costs can be extremely high without coverage. Other types of insurance include auto, renters, and life insurance. Avoiding financial fraud scams are unfortunately common, especially for immigrants who might not be familiar with how things work in the U.S. Always be cautious when someone asks for money or personal information. Learn to recognize common scams, such as phishing emails and fraudulent job offers. Planning for retirement. It's never too early to start saving for retirement. The most common retirement accounts in the U.S. are the 401k and the IRA. If your employer offers a 401k, try to contribute enough to get the company match. Also, consider opening an IRA for additional retirement savings. In this session, we've covered a wide range of financial topics to help you navigate your financial journey in the United States. From building credit to mastering taxes, from budgeting to protecting your wealth, you've learned essential skills to help you secure your financial future. Remember, financial literacy isn't a destination, it's a journey. You'll face challenges along the way, but by applying what you've learned today, you'll be on your way to achieving financial success in your new home. If you found this content helpful, don't forget to hit that subscribe button We are aiming to reach 1,000 subscribers, and your support will help us keep bringing valuable content to help immigrants like you take control of their finances. Thank you for being part of this journey. And remember, financial success is just one step away.